Sanjay Leela Bhansali, welcome to India today. It is truly a delight to get a chance to speak to you about something that you put your love and your passion and your sweat and blood into. Now it's for the world to see and regale in. I want to speak to you a bit about release day ritual. Does Sanjay have a release day ritual? What do you do on that day?
That's your most nervous day in your life. I think any director's life, any producer's life, any actor's life. The release day is always a lot of tension, but I suddenly switch off. I think from that moment onwards, that film or that series or whatever it is doesn't belong to me anymore. Till that, I'm working. Till 2 days before the release, I'm working. I'm trying to correct something, watch it again, get emotionally attached to it. Still want to make 4 more corrections and call Netflix and say, I still want to make 3 corrections. Possible, you can do something. But after a point on the day of the release, then it becomes like, now it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to the people. I leave it to God at that moment. And if you have worked hard, and mostly I'll tell you also, Tushar, we do a screening or a premiere or a preview 2 days before, 3 days before. So you have a sense of how people have reacted to it, how people are liking it, not liking it, or are they just being kind to you by saying it's good, it's worked, yeah, very good, or you can see in the reaction. Having said that, but a handful of 20 people doesn't mean that the whole nation and the audience, the world over, is going to like it. Audience, my baap hoti hai, they're everything at the end of it. So you are praying, I go to the church, then I go to the temple, then I go to the dargah, all Mahim, church, all three are Mahim. And then I go home and then I just leave it and I said, let it be. It's you're always waiting for the phone to ring and I keep looking at the phone ki pehla reaction aayega, abhi koi phone karega. And unfortunately, very few people call me after seeing it. For example, you know me, but I will not get calls. All the calls go to the office of how many people are coming, how many people are liking, what is the first response to it, the release response that's coming in. But it goes to the office, it goes to other people. So I'm like, why is nobody calling me? Why is nobody informing me? What is it that's stopping them from reaching out to me?
Correct. In an industry where people move away from projects if they're not made, they let go. They're like, let's jump on to the next thing if this doesn't happen. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this was an idea that stayed with you for almost 14 years and more. And you're somebody who believes in that. You don't let go very easily. When you want to make something, there's a correct time, there's a divine intervention that will happen, right? What was it about Heeramandi that kept you attached to this story for so long, such a long period?
That, Tushar, is something that when the first time I heard it in 2002, after Devdas, Aditya Pancholi got Moin Beg home. And he says, this is Moin, my friend, and he's lived in Heeramandi for 10 years, been traveling up and down, and he has researched and heard this idea. So I said, let me hear it. When I heard it, it stayed in my mind, etched very deeply in terms of all that I thought had the potential of making a big, grand film. And then a lot of actors from the industry like Saira Banuji and Dilip Saab at that point, and they all kept saying, Heeramandi banaiye, Heeramandi banaiye. They were all very attached to the story. They all knew Moin Beg, they had heard it. मैंने कहा ये बहुत बड़ी स्टोरी है, ये 2.5 घंटे में 3 घंटे में कैसे फिट होगी? अच्छा अभी बनाता हूँ, तभी बनाता हूँ, अभी बनाता हूँ. So Moin used to get frustrated with every announcement that I would make. Now I'm making Ram Leela. He would come home and cry. Then I'm saying I'm making Bajirao Mastani. He would say, "Give me. I'm taking it to David Dhawan. I don't want you to keep the script with you." Then I would say I'm making Padmavat. So he said, "Now I'm done. Either Madhur Bhandarkar or David Dhawan have decided I'm going to Bana." I said, "Please take it and go." It stayed in me. And I knew that this will happen. And most of my scripts, I feel like in life, I achieved filmmaking when I was 36. That's when I first released my first film. Everything took time. Everything I had to work for. Everything I had to really struggle for and climb up the wall to receive. So now I realize that everything is like that. So if I have to make a film now, it will not happen now. It will happen after 8 years, 10 years. All my scripts, Bajirao, Padmavat, for 2007 when I did the ballet up the opera in Paris.
Yes.
I wanted to make it then and got made in 2017, 10 years. Wajirao Mastani is so long. I think I like to live with an idea. I like to let it grow. Like a child grows at home, it just keeps growing in front of you and you know you're paying attention to it. Though right now this child is going to school, so I'm going to now first take care of his homework and take care of everything. But that child, you remember, you constantly are thinking of it.